Welcome to 5 Minute Monster, where I help you find the perfect enemies to put in your campaign, all in 5 minutes or less. I'll give you a brief overview of that creature, some tips for running it in combat, and adventure hooks to help you find a place for it in your own games. Today, I'm going over the powerful demons that run entire armies, Balor. Without further ado, let's get started. Balor are giant fiends that head legions of demons as they assault the Nine Hells in the endless blood war. Able to both fly and teleport, they strike down their foes with an electrified sword and a whip of fire. Even being near them can cause their enemy's skin to burn, and when they die, they erupt in an explosion of flames. At CR 19, these are not foes to be taken lightly. At such a high CR, Balors are meant to fight high-level parties, meaning you can really pull out all the stops against them. Having over 260 hit points and an AC of 19 are good, but against a bunch of powerful players wielding magic items and crazy spells, not as intimidating. Make sure you're using the Balor's 80 fly speed to stay out of range and maneuver the battlefield. They can close the gap on casters trying to keep their distance, or hover above marshals and attack with their longsword and whip, both of which have a range over 5 feet. If they do get close, remember that the Balor's fire aura causes each creature within 5 feet to take fire damage at the start of its turn, or if they hit it with a melee attack. While they boast 3 saving throws that are over +10, they don't get any legendary resistances, so they'll have to rely on their magic resistance, which gives advantage on saves against spells. Make sure not to forget this in the heat of battle, since it could be the difference between your Balor fighting on or being banished back to the abyss. Same with their damage resistances and condition immunities. You might want to write these down in your notes or on your DM screen, somewhere you'll be easily reminded. Lastly, where they fight a Balor can be just as important as how much damage it's dealing. Their whip can drag enemies who fail a strength save up to 25 feet toward the demon when they hit, which could pull that wizard into a pool of magma or above a spike pit if the Balor is smart and the terrain allows it. Utilizing a lot of fire and lava, the Balor is immune after all, is a great way to keep the fight exciting and your players on their toes. As some of the most powerful demons in all the multiverse, a Balor could be the big bad for an entire arc of your campaign. Maybe they're leading demons into your game world through a portal into their personal plane of the abyss, and your players have to enter their realm and fight them inside their lair. Of course, they could also be a general for an even bigger bad, like one of the demon lords found in Monsters of the Multiverse. A Balor could guard ancient secrets your players need to uncover, or lead an attack on the city that the party is tasked with defending. As planar creatures, some might have found their way out of the abyss and into the prime material plane all on their lonesome, and are now wreaking havoc. A Balor could have taken over a remote desert settlement, forcing those who live there to bow to it or be cut down. Maybe a Balor was brought to the world by a cult of demon-worshipping mages, and is now plotting the downfall of an entire kingdom. A Balor amongst mortals is a serious threat, and one your players won't want to let fester for long. That's it for this 5 Minute Monster, all about Balors. Thank you so much for watching, and if you do end up using these powerful demons in your campaign, I'd love to hear about it in the comments. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, consider leaving a like or subscribing to the Bard's College. I always appreciate the support. But for now, good luck, and remember, crit your players.